Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Texas. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the tailback. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. That's reeled in at Santiago. They think are too short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion trying to... And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to pick up the 1st. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll try the left side. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
On 3rd down, going up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turned. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires it incomplete.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They want to just keep throwing it. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
pass rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars.
BYU, number 23 in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Texas.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Grabbed on the outside at Santiago. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
and I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a bit of skill to find that hole and slip it through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops called and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Running for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And it's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Texas!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
Incomplete. 3rd down coming.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage.
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On second down, he's looking downfield. This time it's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
The aerial assault continues. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They were able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Pittsburgh looked like a bunch of world beaters today in a stern-to-stem beatdown. I think a lot of people forget this program won 5 national titles last century. A rich tradition and a sparkling performance today. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. BYU lines up quickly. Going up top on first down. And that one's incomplete. Now on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
Makes the grab down the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Time to take a shot. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cougar!
BYU, number 89, with the catch in the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away. He chucks one out to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball.
Got a lot of running room. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Cougars. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Buys a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Santiago. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting into his progression.
Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to the running back, and he's making plays.
They'll run the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Got it, looking for the first down. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. Third down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up fourth.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right, that come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Picks up 1. It's third down.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Handoff to the single back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Cooks. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Handoff from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. And it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, BYU 35, Texas 31.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield, man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Five wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. On the move. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll leave it with him. At midfield, he's got room. Off he goes. The 10. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Columbia for some time. They're up by 31 over Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This time on target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Leaves it with the running back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're bringing heat. Buys a little extra time. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. Second and third and long, there was not a lot of guesswork. The defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell on that pass rush, man, they were coming.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part.
Pulls it in on the left. Afterburners coming. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Looking to throw. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Texas offense. He'll start this drive firing. Skips away from pressure. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. This is a designed run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Now on the option. Shakes off the tackle. The offense coughs it up. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He's running free down the middle. Oh, the unthinkable has happened for this offense. They're into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the D. what a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they weren't on the same page at all. The defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's dream, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll throw it on first down. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
To the air on first down. He makes the connection. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. And as he throws, working on the right. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is in a chance. There he goes down the right side. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And the offense going deep down the field, and you can see the speed they have at wide receiver. These guys scare you to death because their ability to stretch the defense and take the top off of the defense. You saw it right there, and all of a sudden this offense is in the red zone.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jesse.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.